Everyone, so we have had yet another Rogue One: A Star Wars Story trailer. And again, I've said it before, I'll say it again, what I love about these trailers is we've got a lot of them, there's a lot of new footage to see, but nothing gives away anything. I know nothing about Orson Krennic. I know nothing about Darth Vader's involvement. And I swear to you, I saw Grand Moff Tarkin in this trailer. You see the back of his head. You guys saw that, right? Grand Moff Tarkin, this guy, right? You can't see him, he's lower down. But Grand Moff Tarkin was in this trailer. But I'm not here to talk about Grand Moff Tarkin. I'm here to talk about Jyn Erso slash Rey from The Force Awakens. And what I want to talk about is the fact that I think, and there's nothing to confirm this, but what I think is that there is a theory in my head that she could possibly be Rey's mother. And I will talk about that. So, at first, I was sort of thinking maybe Cassian Andor is the father, Diego Luna's character from this film, because it looks like, they got a bit of a thing going on. But I'm actually thinking, no, it's possibly Luke Skywalker, because a lot of people are like, Rey's Luke Skywalker's daughter, how else can she use the Force and everything? And it's like, yeah, that's entirely possible now, because I was thinking, Jedi, forbidden to love, but again, that was something George Lucas made up. Maybe that's been ruled out. So, that's not really an issue for me, but I'm thinking, he was gone for a long time. There was no one he could really have done the deed with, but I'm thinking Jyn Erso, you never see her in Star Wars. Maybe he went away with her. Maybe because obviously she had to go away after this film if she doesn't die, because it's entirely possible that all of the main characters, the rebels from this film, could die. So if she dies in this film, that's my theory completely gone. But if she doesn't die and she ends up going into hiding, because that seems more likely to me, because at first I was thinking, yeah, they're all set up to die, they're definitely going to die. But it seems more likely in my head now that they're going to survive, at least she's going to survive, at least one of these characters is going to die. And I know who it is, actually, because it was ruined at Star Wars Celebration when I went this year, unfortunately. But at least one or two of these characters will die, and I don't think Jyn's going to be one of them. And a few things that back up this theory for me about Jyn Erso being Rey's mother is the fact, well, firstly, the obvious, they're both British and have brunette hair. It's probably a coincidence. That one's not any sort of evidence at all. But in this trailer, the newest trailer, the Trust trailer, Rogue One trailer 3, Jyn Erso's mother, and young Jyn, I'll say first of all, looks suspiciously like young Rey, but again, probably a coincidence. They're both brunette and English. They could look alike, you never know. But what I'm saying is, she gives Rey's mother, Jyn's mother, in this trailer, gives her a necklace, and it looks like it has a lightsaber crystal around it. Obviously, I'm not going to go ahead and say, hey, that could be the lightsaber that Rey uses, because it's not, because that's obviously Anakin's lightsaber that Rey uses. But I'm thinking that could be Luke's green lightsaber crystal. Again, no evidence, but I'm just saying, she has a lightsaber crystal, no lightsabers in this film as far as I know. So it's entirely possible that that could be Luke's lightsaber crystal. So anyway, she says to Jyn something along the lines of, use the Force, or let the Force, be inside you, or whatever. I can't remember the exact quote, but she mentions, let the Force be with you when on this journey, and it makes me think, is Jyn Erso Force sensitive? And that's a big question surrounding Rey. Why is she Force sensitive? How is she Force sensitive? It just sort of came upon her. And obviously, everybody knows that Luke Skywalker's Force sensitive because he's like a Master Jedi now. So, if Jyn was also Force sensitive, that would explain why Rey is just so powerful with the Force and she doesn't know it, because obviously she's been sent to Jakku, and she's been living there for so long. And she mentions in The Force Awakens she doesn't know her parents, she's never met them. She thinks that Luke Skywalker's a myth, so if Luke Skywalker was her father, obviously she wouldn't have met him, and she would have been with Jyn all along, and Jyn left her on this planet, Jakku, and didn't go back for her. And it makes sense, because the Imperials would be hunting down Jyn Erso, because she's the person that tried to take down the Death Star in the first place, and Luke Skywalker's the one that destroyed the Death Star in the first place. And it all links together, because I heard that Rogue One takes place like minutes before the first Star Wars movie. First Star Wars movie, we're pretty much introduced to Luke, like, straight off the bat. You know, he wants to be a rebel, and it's entirely possible that Jyn she influenced him to want to be a rebel, because she was one of the first rebels, and it just makes a load of sense that Luke and Jyn could have met. We never saw them interact with each other, but I guess at the point of 77, nobody ever thought that Jyn was a character that could exist, or Rey was a character that could exist. So it makes sense that we haven't met Jyn before in this universe. But you know, I'm thinking, like, the lightsaber crystal, the whole use the Force thing. It doesn't make a whole lot of sense for a non-Force user like Jyn. And we know Luke loses his lightsaber, but we don't see how he got his new green lightsaber or how he built it. It's entirely possible that he could have gone away and met up with Jyn, and she had this lightsaber crystal, and she was like, here, make yourself a new lightsaber. You're going to need it to fight Darth Vader. Because obviously she knows who Darth Vader is. She's probably interacted with Darth Vader by now. And she probably doesn't know that Darth Vader's Luke's father at this point. So she's like, yeah, you got to take on Darth Vader, take this new crystal, you know, he's a bad dude, and it works. And, you know, when Luke goes away at the end, well, we don't know when exactly he went away, but he's on that, like, island in Star Wars The Force Awakens, and it's possible that maybe Jyn died, or maybe he, you know, hooked up with Jyn before he went, and they were like, yo, we're having a baby. And that baby is Rey, but they're like, hey, the Imperials, or now the First Order, you know, they're going to hunt us down still. We've got to protect this child. And they send Rey along to Jakku to protect her. It fits together. I think it fits together personally. I had my whole other theory about Rey and how she was a Jedi. If you guys want to hear that, I will tell you guys about that theory that I have. But this theory about Rey being Luke's, I'm getting all these characters mixed up. Jyn being Rey's mother and being Luke's better half. There we go. I think that theory really fits together better than my previous theory. So Rogue One: A Star Wars Story is almost 2 weeks away. And I thought it was just, watching this new trailer, I saw all these sort of Jedi links and all these sort of Force links. And you see that fallen Jedi statue as well. And it's like, is that symbolism for the fact that Luke's going to fall and end up on this island, and that Jyn could possibly be there with him? You know, it's all like, I just feel like it all fits, and if this were true, I would really like that, because it links Rey to the rest of the Star Wars universe, it links Jyn with the rest of the Star Wars universe, it links the three sort of main characters from these three different movies together, and I feel like it would just be a really clever thing to do. So what do you guys think about Rey's parentage, or about Jyn and Luke's relationship, or whether they even met? Do you guys think this theory fits? Personally, I think I came up with a good sort of, you know, I think that I came up with something that really works. That's what I think. But let me know what you guys think. Does it fit? Is it a stupid idea? Should I shut up? Should I just not make theories about Star Wars? I think, you know, each to their own. But let me know what you think about Jyn, Rey, and Luke being a possible family. And I will see you guys soon.